Look, yo. Don't wanna talk too much, don't wanna fight. Just wanna have a good time, have a good night. She wanna pop champagne, I think I might. I know what you like. I know.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. On today, it is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell. Hit the word all so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, you know what we do over here. We talk prospects, and we're talking about today's hottest prospects. So definitely got another one for you, a banger. Another defensive tackle in this draft that I think that can be box office, man. The biggest thing when you look at the draft is you don't really know who's going to come out and be a star in the draft. You know, all of us, you know, we have our input on guys we like and guys we don't like and guys that we think that can be stars in the NFL. None of us truly really know what type of player these guys are going to be until they get in the NFL. So, you know, all the information, sometimes it can be speculative information. And it's just, you know, you're thinking that because this player balled out in college, they're going to do the same thing in the NFL. And I'm going to tell you like this. Sometimes the guys that don't put up great stats in college, sometimes they go into the NFL and they rock out and they become stars. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking like, man, this dude didn't really even do anything in college. He wasn't even that productive. And then he gets in the NFL and he ends up turning into an all-pro. So you just never know where you're going to find the talent at. So as a GM, you got to be able to dig deep and really, really do your homework to be able to see if that player that you like in the draft has the qualities to be able to get your team to the next level. And I think that Brad Holmes is going to do a great job again. I think that this is going to be the season where he's starting to get some final pieces into that defense, man. Definitely, I think that the Lions definitely can use another defensive tackle, and they can also use another edge guy as well. But today, I want to talk about Kris Jenkins because I think he's one of the most talented defensive tackles in the draft. And I think that, you know, I don't know how he's going to play when he gets into the NFL. What I do know is that his dad was an all-pro and a Pro Bowler in the NFL when he played the defensive tackle position. His name was Kris Jenkins as well. So definitely, man, this is going to be nice to see his son come into the league and to see if his son lives up to the Jenkins last name. But this kid definitely is raw. He has a lot of talent, and definitely, man, you want to see a guy like a Jenkins get drafted to your team, a guy that can help your defensive line, because let's face it, man, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you know that front seven has to get better, and they need another defensive tackle that can get some push up the middle. They need that, and they need another pass rushing guy that can help Aiden Hutchinson as well. Hutch can't do it all by himself, and that's Brad Holmes' job to be able to go out there and figure out whether he gets the talent through the draft or whether he gets the talent through free agency. Brad Holmes has to nail this thing with being able to get Hutch that help, man, that he needs, because sometimes Hutch ain't gonna be able to get to the quarterback sometimes, and maybe the other guy on the other side can get to the quarterback. So it'll be good, man, to be able to see Hutch get some help from the middle and get some help from another defensive end. But definitely, man, I love a lot about Kris Jenkins. You know, you already know he played at Michigan. This kid weighs in at 305 pounds. He's 6'3". Against the run, he takes on blocks good, very good. Especially he has good pad level, and will tackle and will make tackles with linemen hanging all onto him. So that's one thing that he's very good in. You could be all over him, and he's still coming there and make the tackle. So this kid shows that he has strong hands, and his pad level, you know, he's able to, you know what I'm saying, get off the hands of the offensive lineman and get straight through and shoot through the gaps and make those tackles. Jenkins also, you know what I'm saying, has good pop in his hands to stand up offensive linemen. Jenkins is a good run defender, and that's something that the Detroit Lions have been balling out on, is being able to stop the run. I think the Lions were number 2 in the NFL behind the Chicago Bears in stopping the run this year. The Lions were really, really good. Now, I think the most that somebody ran on them was probably like Christian McCaffrey. may have been like 70-something yards or something that Christian McCaffrey was able to get on the Lions. But other than that, man, the Lions was shutting the run down this year. Now, they had some problems in the secondary because they gave up a lot of yards to the receivers, man, towards the back end of the season. And you don't want to see guys like Justin Jefferson getting all those yards, and other receivers that they played against that was getting a lot of yards, CD Lamb, stuff like that. You don't want to see that, man, coming into 2024. You want to be able to slow down these receivers too as well. So the Lions are going to have to address that too, whether it be free agency or through the draft. They got to go out and get some talent as well. But definitely, man, Jenkins is a kid with a high ceiling. I think that he's going to be an effective pass rusher in the NFL. He only had like 2 sacks this season, but I still think that he can get in there, and this kid can be one of the best defensive tackles in this draft, along with guys like T'Vondre Sweat. But I think when you see him playing, I think you can see him playing at the 3 or the 4 in even fronts. I think that that's something that you'll be able to see Kris Jenkins do. But at the end of the day, man, I think that Jenkins could give the Lions what they need up the middle, and that's that push up the middle, and that's being able to have a guy that's going to get after it 110 on the field. So you leave it in the comments section, guys. What do you think about the Lions possibly drafting Kris Jenkins? Peace.
Hey, look, yeah. Don't wanna talk too much, don't wanna fight. Just wanna have a good time, have a good night. She wanna pop champagne, I think I might. I know what you like, I know what you like. Look, don't wanna talk too much, don't wanna fight. Just wanna have a good